are 11 games into the NFL season. There's only 6 left, guys. And right now, the Patriots are succeeding. They are 9-2 on the year. And it's a big thanks to the young guys, all of the rookies that have been playing so far this year, the ones that are starting. And the Patriots, they have 3 specific guys that are steals from the 2025 NFL Draft. Welcome to Patriots Today by Chat Sports. I am your host, Brett Alper. That's what we're going to talk about on today's show. But, of course, we always got to get to the news before everything. And this comes from Mark Daniels. It was later yesterday. And the Patriots made some roster moves. They signed C.J. Dupree to the 53-man roster from the practice squad. They released John Saunders, the safety that they found in Miami. They signed him. They later released him. And they also signed a couple players, signed a player to the practice squad, Otis Reese. And if you follow me on Twitter, back in August, I tweeted out how long until Otis Reese is a New England Patriot, because he was cut by the Tennessee Titans. And who coached the Tennessee Titans back in 2023? It was Mike Vrabel. Some linebacker depth, but we'll talk about C.J. Dupree on another video. I think we need to go into that because he's finally getting his chance to prove himself on this roster. Now, before we get into the steals of the draft, and they are proving themselves clearly. They got a new feature here on YouTube, specifically on the mobile. So if you love the Pats, if you love these videos every single day, let's hype it up. We're hyping up some rookies here. Smash that hype button, and all you got to do is just scroll to the right and then click the hype button on the comment section. Let's get this as the #1 hyped video on YouTube, the #1 Patriots hype video, but I need your help, so do that right now. Let's get into the first draft steal for the New England Patriots so far halfway through the NFL season. And, of course, it's without a doubt, it's got to be the #4 overall pick in the NFL draft, Will Campbell. And, look, a lot of people are going to say, Brett, he was the Patriots' first-round pick. You got him at 4th overall. And that's not really a steal. But, man, is he making an absolute impact early on into this season. I mean, he has been absolutely, and JOD, you can just go to the photo. We don't have to go to the player bio here because that's the other guy that we're going to be talking about. But Will Campbell has been basically a steal. Everybody called him short arms, T-Rex. He's not going to make it as a left tackle. Well, he is already being one of the best players in the NFL, not just rookies, one of the best tackles in the NFL. He against the Jets, he was unbelievable. And you can see right here, 40 pass blocking snaps, 0 sacks allowed, 0 QB hits, 1 pressure, but nobody's perfect, a 98.6 pass block efficiency, and an 81.4 pass blocking grade. And you can see right there in that picture, he is pancaking someone to the ground. He's an awesome player. He said he was going to die for his quarterback and look on the field. He is doing that. And I also wanted to show just this, because we're talking about rookies here, but this is how he fares every tackle in the NFL. And we're looking here, but if you look at the top right corner, not all the way on the right with Lane Johnson, but a little bit to the left, you can see Will Campbell there with the average time to throw, average time to pressure, and the pressure rate. He is one of the best in the NFL, not just among rookies, but among all of the offensive tackles in the NFL. Obviously, Lane Johnson's all the way out there in the Eagles, and we know how good that offensive line is. But Campbell is proving himself as to be one of the great tackle in this league. It's proving that, guess what? He's not a left guard. He is a tackle, and he's going to protect Drake May. And if you look at the PFF grades, and you don't believe me, all these, whatever, 71.4. It is 25th overall in tackles out of 76. 75 overall, which is 19th out of 76 in pass and run blocking grade, which is not his strong suit, but the Patriots are a pass-oriented team, 67.6, and that's 34th. And I just want to say this, he is a rookie. This is the worst that we are going to see Will Campbell. He is going to get better and better and better. And it's showing with how much this offensive line has improved. Because you brought in Morgan Moses to be that leader, and he already is being a leader to Will Campbell, teaching him some things to be a veteran in this league and have a 10-year career. But it's not just Will Campbell for the reason why this offensive line has been such improved. It is also thanks to another rookie, and that's the other steal that we're going to be talking about, and that's Jarrod Wilson, the left guard. Right now you have Will Campbell at left tackle, you have Jarrod Wilson at left guard. The Patriots are dealing with both left tackle and left guard as rookies. But Jared Wilson has been good, not as good as Will Campbell, but he has still been a very, very solid player. I mean, coming over from Georgia, but he can play two positions. I remember back in the offseason, he stole Cole Strange's job within like 3 days. And you see right here, 9 games played, 4 sacks allowed. It's not as good as Will Campbell, but it's taken some time. He's had a couple of rough spots, but he has had his best bounce-back game against the Jets. And the Jets, I know they're the freaking Jets. They're one of the worst teams in the league. But if you can get those confidence boosts throughout the entire season, you can get better and better and better. And here's his stats against the Jets, just like I showed you for Will Campbell. Well, they both played 40 pass blocking snaps. Well, Jared Wilson had 0 sacks, 0 QB hits, 0 hurries, and a 91.2 pass pro effectiveness grade. Like that tweet says from Carlos A. Lopez, he was an absolute baller. And it's taken some time. He's mainly a center in this league. So it's been an absolute grind for Jared Wilson to get comfortable at the left guard spot. But we know Mike Vrabel. We know Doug Marrone. They made it a point throughout the entire offseason. Hey, we want all of our interior linemen to learn every single position. Because if you can learn every single position, we can plop you in at left guard. We can plop you in at center. And it's working out for Jared Wilson. For rookie offensive linemen after week 10, not week 11, but the 33rd team came out. I mean, you obviously can see, we showed you the pass blocking stats from week 11. But if you see right here, all the rookie offensive linemen, yeah, Gray Zabel, he's been absolutely incredible. Tyler Bookey has been good. But Jared Wilson right there for the Patriots at 6.4%. That is great. A great pressure rate, and I'm going to show you guys just how good this offensive line is compared to last year, which was one of the worst in the league. And it's thanks to these rookie offensive linemen. They have played a huge, huge part in the development of Drake May and why he is an MVP candidate this season. And I'm going to show you guys, like last year, Drake May was running for his life, absolutely running for his life. And the pass blocking stats were awful. Pass block win rate, 51%, which was 31st in the league. Run block win rate, 32nd in the league. Pressure rate, 39.5%, 31st overall. And the sack rate was 29th. This was the worst offensive line I've ever seen. But then you go to 2025, and the pass block win rate jumps to 60%. You're 20th now in the league. The run block is 72%. You're now 12th in the league. And the pressure rate, 38.6, 24th. Sack rate, 10% at 29th. Sack rate still, but you also have to take in consideration, well, Hunter Henry's let up a lot of sacks. Travion Henderson's let up a lot of sacks. Drake May's held on to the ball a little bit. The offensive line has not been that big of a problem. And when you compare the PFF grades from last year compared to this year, last year's is on the left with Vidarian Lowe, Michael Jordan, Ben Brown, Michael Wenu, and Demontre Jacobs. On the right is 2025. Will Campbell, 20-plus points for a PFF. Jared Wilson is better than Michael Jordan. Garrett Bradbury is better than Ben Brown. Michael Wenu is improved from last year, and then Morgan Moses made Demontre Jacobs look like a JV player out here. The offensive line has been so much improved, and specifically, you can see how better Will Campbell is than Vidarian Lowe, and just a little bit better for Jared Wilson over Michael Jordan. It's thanks to these rookies, and the Patriots are succeeding because of them. So go down in the comments section right now. Grade the Patriots' offensive line from what you saw last year compared to this year, because it has been improved. Give me an A, B, C, D, or F down in the comments section. We're going to get to one more guy who I think is a steal of the draft, and it's a 4th-round pick, and he plays on defense, if I gave you a little hint. But first, I got to tell you about our sponsor of today's show, and that is Prize Picks. The hard-hitting football action is here, and it's even better with Prize Picks. The weather might be changing, but the feeling of being right never gets old. So keep the season rolling on Prize Picks by getting $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. Prize Picks is simple to play. Just pick more or less than 2 to 6 player stat projections, and if your picks are right, you could cash in. Prize Picks invented the flex play, which means you can still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if your picks don't hit. Prize Picks is the best way to win cash this football season. I made a lineup for this weekend's game, and you guys got to remember, Jamar Chase is out. Dummy. Drake May, more, 251.5 passing yards. Hunter Henry, give me the more. They got no defense. Throw it over the seam, over. Give me the more on that one. And then Joe Flacco, give me the less on passing yards, 227.5. You can make a lineup just like that one when you download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. All right, the last one that I'm going to be talking about here, and he has just improved me every single week. I know you slipped and let up a wide-open touchdown to John Mechie, but one time isn't going to make me hate you. Craig Woodson has been a dog for this Patriots team, and to come out and just immediately win the starting job as a fourth-round pick out of Cal, you're not an SEC guy. You're all the way out in the West Coast with a team that's all the way out in the East Coast, but you have been just impressive week in and week out. 47 tackles, 3 pass breakups. Woodson has been the anchor at the safety position. Jalen Hawkins has looked good too, but to come in and be a rookie and be that main guy on the roster, Jared Wilson. I was going to say Jared Wilson. Craig Woodson has been the main guy for this defense. And I know we talk about the secondary with Gonzo, Carlton Davis, and how good Marcus Jones is, but the safeties have impressed too. And Craig Woodson, as a rookie, has really shown he could have a bright spot in this league. Throughout the 2025 season, 47 tackles, 3 PBUs, 1 fumble recovery, and a 62.5 PFF grade. That's great. And if you want to talk about how reliable he's been, the Patriots rely on him and trust him. He leads the entire defense in snaps at 97.6. He does not come off the field. And he's the only fourth-round pick in the entire NFL to start in 10 games. He started 10 out of 11. No other guy in the NFL draft at the fourth-round pick is doing that. He has proven to be better than what we got him at in the 4th round. And he's also joining elite company with being a rookie in this one. Devin McCourty is the only rookie defensive back in Patriots history to start 16 games. That's the whole season back then. But now that they added 17, he could be on pace to play and start in 16 out of 17 and join an elite safety in himself. I can't even speak today. But I do want to say, Devin McCourty was a cornerback when he started in this league. Then he transitioned to safety. But if Craig Woodson could be Devin McCourty 2.0 in this league, he's going to be a threat. He is going to be a threat. Defense, and then, of course, you got the 2 offensive linemen on offense. The rookies are a big, big reason why the Patriots are 9-2. I'm not going to give all the credit to all of this team. It takes everybody, including the young guys, including the rookies. And it just shows, hey, the Patriots actually hit on a draft class for once. The 2023 draft class was The 2024 draft class, besides Drake May, was terrible. And it seems like this year, with Will Campbell, Travion Henderson's breaking out, but I'm not going to call him a steal just yet. Kyle Williams, I talked about him in the earlier video. Craig Woodson, though, ooh, we got a good one. The future is bright. If you want the rookies to succeed, go ahead. Don't jinx it, guys. Hit that thumbs up icon. I want these rookies to be stars in the NFL. I want them to be one of the best, and I mean best players. I want to see some All-Pros. I want to see what they can do. And maybe, just maybe, we can make a deep playoff run. That's going to do it for today's episode of Patriots Today by Chat Sports. Don't forget, hype this video up. We spent all that time hyping up the rookies, so you can hype this video up. Just go on your phone, swipe right, and click the hype button. And as always, let's go Pats.